Georgi Mihailovic was at AZ Alkmaar, and there are other guys in here that were at other places and whatnot. But, I mean, that was a majority the MLS team with guys that were called in this time, like DeJuan Jones, but he had to leave for injury this year. And Sean Johnson's been inconsistent with Matt Turner. And, I mean, this team wasn't bad.
And like you said, there you go. Lost 5-4 in PKs in the semifinal, strange game. But there you go, majority. Let's click to 2021.
Yeah.
So here's your 2021. 4 players
from Europe.
Yep. Majority of the others from the MLS. And Gold Cup champions, 1-0 win over Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was the one where the dramatic, where Miles Robinson, the cross in and boom and
So
yeah.
This what you're
that was Nations League.
What you are what you're showing me here is that
they can win with MLS players.
Win with
MLS. The right ones.
The right put together, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna say something at the end of this segment.
Yeah, that's fine.
But what it's showing is with the right players,
yes.
MLS players, the right players in here, you can win.
Correct.
You're noticing people like Gianluca Busio,
like
who's moved on, obviously, at this
Venezia,
point. But Costa.
Look at the commonality if you look at all these ones.
What players who work?
Paul Arriola. If he wasn't injured, Paul Arriola may be in this group again.
They're players who aren't afraid to get hurt. They're not afraid to tackle and put in the work.
Yep. Jordan Morris, Jazzy Zaris is a common one. Christian Roldan has been in like 3. If Seattle probably wasn't in the Club World Cup, maybe Roldan would have got called in again. And Jackson Reagan.
Okay. Let's go to 2019.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's 2019. So you have a couple more. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 European clubs represented.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously 4 more than that. So you've got 9 and 10 there, MLS clubs, and they finished second place, lost 1-0 to Mexico in the final here. So again, MLS players,
the right ones.
Getting the job done.
Daniel Lovitz, like if you look at it, Daniel Lovitz plays for Nashville. Very hard. I think he was at Montreal at the time. Very hard worker. Gets up and down. Gets stuck in. Walker Zimmerman playing for LAFC. Gets stuck in. He showed the same thing the other night. I thought he was one of the better center backs. Him and Tim Ream, and then McKenzie was all right. Sure. But Nick Lima gets stuck in. Aaron Long, asshole, loves to get stuck in and tackle people. Reggie Cannon's fallen off the map. Omar Gonzalez, when he was in his prime, he could do that. Dwayne Holmes has fallen off. I know people weren't a Bradley fan, but like Bradley would get stuck in, and you could rely on him. Will Trapp was tough too. That's a young Christian Pulisic with Chelsea. Yep. Christian Roldan was younger with Seattle. Tyler Boyd in his heyday when he was doing well and everything. But like. Hard workers.
Yep, hard workers. All right, last one, 2017, CONCACAF Gold Cup champions beating Jamaica 2-1 in the final.
This is at Bruce Arena.
And here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11 or 12 there.
Yeah.
MLS teams, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 non-MLS teams, players representing here. So,
sorry, this is Klinsmann, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's the right type of players.
It is. And listen, I wasn't a Joe Corona fan. Dax McCarty, I know you're not. You're not like
fan, but
hard worker.
But he got the work done.
He did.
Now, I am not a fan of Dax McCarty, but you put him next to the right players, or the two players who are creative
like a Kellen Acosta
around him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do your job, Dax. Win soccer balls. Yeah. Please pass it to someone else who can see the game better.
Play simple.
Done.
You're good.
Put him in there. That's fine. Yeah. We could have used someone like him last night.
Exactly.
Because in the first half, there was no one laying tackles.
I think Berhalter would have been the guy. I think he was nervous. He had a better second half, but he is the one. Ada Morris would have been the filler of that group that would have got stuck in and not cared. But forwards, like that's when Dom Dwyer was scoring goals left and right. Agudelo was fine back then. Jazzy Zaris was hitting in goals. Morris was getting stuck in. Again, the back line, like Lehigh was over at Nottingham Forest, but Hedges, tough guy, winning balls in the air. Matt Beasler playing for SKC. Jorge Villafaña was coming off, an MLS Cup a few years ago with Portland. He was at Santos Laguna at that point. Graham Zusi, tough as nails guy, and was a big guy that helped with the World Cup before then. So like again, hard workers. I mean, I don't love Joe Cron in this group, but if you probably put everyone else in there, they were dying for the sleeve and the badge,